we have 4 children. Please welcome State Auditor Stacey Pickering.
Scott, thank you so much, and ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed an honor and a privilege to serve as your state auditor, to protect Mississippi's reputation and our integrity. Now, for those of you that don't know, prior to my work in government, going to work with Howard Technology, I was a marriage and family therapist. Did my training in New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. When you're around that many preacher boys, a podium and a microphone and this many people requires an offering. And in the state that our budget's in, it may not be a bad idea. As your state auditor, we've had a lot of firsts in the last couple of years. When I got sworn in, I had no idea that I would be the largest cigarette distributor in the state of Mississippi. Working with the ATF, the FBI, working with the City of Tupelo Police Department, Chief Chappie and his staff, the Sheriff out of Marshall County, Sheriff Dickerson and his staff, we're able to bust one of the largest national and international tax evasion schemes using discount brand cigarettes in our nation's history. So next Tuesday, they're all invited to come and bid on 955,900 cartons of cigarettes. See if we can help the economy. As your state auditor, we take serious the opportunity of protecting the reputation of our local governments, our state agencies, and the taxpayers of the state of Mississippi. Again, I had no idea when I was sworn into office that I would be prosecuting a lady whose child plays on my son's baseball league for embezzling $268,000. And earlier this fall, she was sentenced to 7 years in prison for betraying the public trust. Ladies and gentlemen, folks are fed up with individuals who will betray that public trust and are more concerned about self-service than public service. The court systems and the prosecutors across the state of Mississippi that we work with day in and day out are holding these individuals accountable. And we're working day in and day out to help them in that. As your state auditor, we have over 170 active cases right now with a 95% success rate of guilty pleas or guilty verdicts. And I give that as an accolade to the professional staff we have in the auditor's office that are protecting you and the taxpayers of the state of Mississippi. Last week, as I prepared my remarks for today, I had planned on going in a much different direction, but today, because of an event that happened in my family and I, if y'all read the Clarion Ledger, we were a victim of a violent crime, a home invasion Sunday night following church. And I can tell you on Monday morning, I did not go to the office, and I was not concerned in the least little bit about answering emails or phone calls. All that I was concerned about was making sure that when my children went to sleep Monday night, they felt safe in their home. I was concerned about getting the windows repaired and the doors locked again, and make sure that my wife didn't break down in tears when I left the house in the morning. I think all of us in here can appreciate the gravity of that situation and how a crisis like that will make you focus on what's important. It made us focus with such laser focus and intensity that my wife allowed me to bring the duck dogs from the farm and turn loose in her flower beds in the backyard. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from speaker after speaker, colleagues of mine, about the shape of our economy. We're facing a crisis here in Mississippi, across the nation, of unprecedented magnitude in our lifetime. It's requiring us, not only as elected officials, but you as community and business leaders, to have a laser focus on getting real solutions to the real problems facing not only our state, but our local communities. With tax revenues dropping, the state mentioned $170+ million that have already been cut from our budget, and pending cuts coming in the future. We've got some real difficult days ahead of us in government and in our local communities and your businesses. But elected officials and government bureaucrats and employees cannot do it alone. The only time that we've been successful in dealing with these kind of crises is whenever the medical and the business community, along with the government community, all come together for the future of the state. We've got a great track record. In 2003, when I was running for the Mississippi State Senate, we had a crisis of monumental proportion with our runaway judicial system. The business community got mobilized. You got involved. You were blocking and tackling with resources, time, energy, effort, with strategy, with effort. And we wound up passing the most comprehensive tort reform the nation's ever seen, and Mississippi's been open for business ever since then. You want to see the tangible results of what we passed? All you had to do was take a look at what immediately followed, by balancing a budget that was $740 million in the hole, creating more jobs than ever before in the history of the state of Mississippi, and people making more money per capita than they've ever made. You are the solution to making a difference to the state of Mississippi, and all of us when we work together. Now, one thing as I've traveled the state in the last few months, I tell people, the issues that we're facing are not Republican and they're not Democrat. It's not right versus left. The issues that we're facing in Mississippi are the same lessons that we learned from our mothers and grandmothers in Sunday school at the Little Baptist Church. It's right versus wrong, and we have a responsibility to do what's right by our children and our grandchildren for the future of the state of Mississippi, so that they will inherit a better, brighter future and a more prosperous future than what you and I have inherited. That's the challenge that's before us today. That's the opportunities that we have to reimagine and reinvent and refocus how we do government in the state of Mississippi. But I can tell you as an elected official, we can't do it alone without your help and your support. We have elections coming up in 2 years, and it's going to take everybody getting involved in blocking and tackling and working hand in hand to make a difference for the future of the state of Mississippi. It's going to take us getting past our petty politics to realize this is a right versus wrong situation we're in, and the crisis requires all of us as Mississippians, community, business, and political leaders, to have a laser focus on solving the problems. That's what a crisis does for us, and gives us a great opportunity right now to reimagine, reinvent, and refocus how we do government in the state of Mississippi. My challenge to you today here at this great event that we all love coming to every year is to renew the efforts that we put forth at creating one of the greatest economies in the last 6 years, balancing our budget and making a difference. And to refocus that attention now as we deal with the turbulent economic waters facing our nation and facing our state, so that as we come out of this recession, we're not hampered with a budget deficit. Mississippi's poised, ready to ride the crest of that wave, poised and ready to have a better, brighter, more prosperous future for all Mississippians. Thank you so much for the privilege of being your auditor. Thank you for the privilege of serving here in the state of Mississippi. Y'all have a great day. Look forward to visiting.